much delay, the ANC's OR Tambo Regional Conference finally resumed, voting taking place, and late in the night, of course, those results also coming out. Let's cross on over immediately then to Sipha Kema, who's standing by with a few guests as well then, as we wrap up the day, as those contest was indeed, or rather the conference was highly contested. Sipha?
Well, absolutely, Arabile. Now, at any minute now, we are expecting the Secretary General of the ANC, Fikile Mbalula, to arrive, as he is going to officially close the conference. Now, we do have our two guests. I'm going to start with the returned chairperson of the region, Mesuli Ngqondwana. Mr. Ngqondwana, just of course, you've got now leadership that has come in, that has just returned. Looking at our local government elections that are coming up next year, will you be ready on the ground, to start campaigning and getting in those numbers? Although this is, of course, the ANC stronghold, but still getting those numbers ahead of the local government elections. Tell us about the work.
I think the real relationship between us as the OR Tambo ANC and the people of OR Tambo is not so much about electoral relationship, but it's about our responsibility to provide them with basic services, which is what we are trying our best to do. So the re-election of the structure being put into place with fresh spirits and mandates will obviously propel us to engage intensely with our communities, share broader government plans with them so that they can understand what we have as a government for them, but at the same time be able to understand that we have knowledge of all the deficiencies that there are.
All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Ngqondwana. Mr. Ngqondwana talking about, the importance of them going out there, but saying that it's not just an electoral issue, but rather of service delivery. Now, talking about service delivery within the OR Tambo district, now currently there were floods. There's been a bit of backlash with the conference going ahead amidst the disaster and people burying their loved ones. Your take on that as the regional secretary?
Good day to your listeners, Newzroom. That disaster caught us pants down. We feel very bad for everyone who lost their loved ones. The program of the ANC is not that we're pushing it because we don't take respect for those who lost their loved ones. We are with them. We believe that the process of burying them is the thing that is going to happen, not only for a 1 day or two. It's a process that will take days, weeks, or months. We don't know when is it going to end or how is it going to end. So we are with them, with their prayers. As the region, we assisted those who were able to assist.
All right, so thank you so much. That's Vini Nditsa, who is the new, or rather re-elected regional secretary. Now, Arabile, I'm going to bring both my guests in quickly for this question because it is a very important question. Mr. Ngqondwana, if you could just step in a bit closer. We know that this conference was highly contested, but it seems as though there are talks that the real contestation could be between the two of you heading to province. We know that these regional conferences, they feed into, or rather influence outcomes of the provincial conference as well, and then ultimately national as well. Now, we've heard conversations about the splits within this slate itself. So just confirmation of that, when we're looking at provincially, when the provincial conference sits, which side are we looking at with the names that are currently being thrown into the hat?
Let me tell you that according to organizational process, when the timelines have been put in place for the provincial conference, branch general meetings will be convened for branches to say this is what they think. So any attempts to throw this regional conference into the context of a provincial conference is just rather mischievous. In fact, it was designed to divide the people of our town. We're running a regional conference. Time will come, we'll convene PGMs. PGMs will tell us exactly who to go and support at the provincial conference. That's when we know when the provincial conference will be.
All right, I guess let me quickly throw that question to you as well as the regional secretary.
Those who contested in the conference, it's not because they contested because they side with anyone. That's what we believe. They contested because they've got a preference of people who must lead OR Tambo, not the provincial leadership. The time for provincial leadership will come, and I believe it's not this year, not even next year, because next year we'll be preparing for our elections as the ANC. So that of a provincial conference is neither here nor there.
All right. Well, you're hearing that, Arabile, from the re-elected regional chairperson and as well as the regional secretary. Now, we know Fikile Mbalula is expected to come and close this. Now, there's also talks, of course, of his aspirations to step up in the NEC as president. Now, that's part of the whole play as we talk about the influence these conferences have and why they're so important within the ANC, especially for those seeking to take leadership positions. Arabile.
Yeah, very significant race here indeed then that we're watching unfold before our eyes. But thank you so much for bringing us that then.